Hello everyone, today I'll present you my investments for the Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch, the items that I buy right now and that I plan to resell. The reason why I feel like it's important to invest into this phase is first of all because of the level 70 boost, but also the implementation of the new class, Death Knight. These two reasons, but also a lot of other stuff, will have a huge impact on the price for different materials and items, and this I'll be talking about today. Alright, so the first thing I invest into is the upcoming title, The Insane. In order to achieve this title, you will need to complete all the different steps at the top. One of these factions I've invested into because you will be able to buy different materials that you can hand in order to get reputation with this. The materials that I buy is these 3 Librims. These you will be able to hand in Diamol, and together with some other materials you can get reputation with the faction. Do notice that each Librim is unique, so you will only be able to carry one of these at a time. You can however stockpile them in your mailbox or even send them to other characters. The good thing about this investment is that these 3 quests are repeatable, and therefore people will need a lot of Librims in order to reach Exalted. In Wrath of the Lich King, professions will also see a huge change. Therefore there's also going to be some professions that will dominate compared to others. There's 2 professions that is recommended for most of the classes. It's dual crafting and engineering. These 2 professions provides a lot of benefits in PvE and PvP. In the beginning of this expansion, there will not be any epic gems available unless you're a dual crafter. As a dual crafter, you will be able to craft epic gems, and you can equip a total of 3 of these. In this case, I for example used the gems in the Sunwell staff. Because of these epic gems, it now provides more spell power compared to a level 80 blue rare staff. Therefore, it will also be important to level dual crafting, so you will be able to get these new epic gems, but also because you will be able to choose the stat that you would like. For this specific reason, I've invested into materials for dual crafting. For example, all of these gems that you need from level 1 to 300. At level 300, you will start using these Burning Crusade materials, and therefore I've also invested into these, but also because of the level 70 boost that provides no profession boost. For that specific reason, I predict that all classic materials will increase in price. Engineers will now be able to enchant the items with for example nitro boots, a parachute on the cloak, or 3 different enchants on your gloves. And some of these enchants will be your best in slot enchant, no matter if you like to PvP and PvE. This and a lot of other reasons is why engineering is recommended for most classes. Therefore, I also highly recommend you to invest into these bars, because they will be useful for both engineering and dual crafting, and even blacksmithing. So all the people that boost a level 70 character might need these bars in order to speed level their professions. One class that will not be able to use the level 70 boost is the Death Knight. Therefore, I've also invested into items that will make you able to level your Death Knight faster. For example, the Blade of Misfortune. By having these weapons, you will also ensure that you level faster. And here's a comparison of the Death Knight weapon and the Blade of Misfortune. Before I move on to the next investment, then I would like to highlight a new tool that I use on Rested Experience. This tool will tell you how much gold that you will get every single hour by doing different farms. And the amount of gold that you will get is updated every single hour, because they scan auction house to see the price for the different materials that you are estimated to get. It takes less than 1 minute to set up your character, and you will be able to use this tool for 72 hours for free. I've left a link to another video with more details, and also a link on how you can sign up. You can find this in the description below this video. Anyway, back to the next investments. These 3 kind of herbs I'm investing a lot of gold into right now. They are so cheap, probably because a lot of bots are farming them right now. In the pre-patch, but also overall in Wrath of the Lich King, these herbs will be needed for inscription. And at that point, the bots will probably not be running these dungeons any longer. They'll most likely swap to something in Wrath of the Lich King. Because of this, but also because of the increased demand for the herbs, then the price will for sure increase. We saw this happening with the classic material Foriamores. I used to purchase these for 10 silver each, and right now in Burning Crusade, I'm selling them for 1 gold each. If the same thing happens to these herbs, then I will be making such a huge profit. Because of the level 70 boost, then I also expect the price for Arcane Tombs and even Fellow Marments to increase a bit. When people reach level 70, or well, when they boost the character, then they might also need to get reputation with either the Scryers or Eldor. This will allow them to reach Exalted fast, and when they reach Exalted, they will be able to buy the blue shoulder enchants. These shoulder enchants will even be useful in the next expansion, because you will probably not be able to get the new Wrath of the Lich King shoulder enchants right away. You will need to grind reputation with the Son of Hoodir, and this takes a lot of time. Talking about items that you will be able to hand in for reputation, then I also have to mention the unidentified plant parts. In Sangarmarsh you will be able to pick up a quest where you need to deliver 10 of these. This will grant you a bit of reputation, and this is a repeatable quest. This quest will grant you reputation all the way up till you're honored. When you're honored, then I recommend you to head into the dungeon Steam Walls. In Steam Walls, you will be able to pick up this quest item, and this quest item is delivered in the city. When you hand in this quest, you will also be able to pick up a follow-up, and this follow-up will tell you to collect a Caulfang Armament. The first time you hand in this quest, you'll get 250 reputation, but now a repeatable quest will also unlock. You will be able to hand in a lot of these, and every time you hand it in, you will get 75 reputation. When you reach Revert, you will also be able to buy Head Enchant. And this Head Enchant will also be useful in the next expansion, or will at least in phase 1, until you get the new Head Enchant from Wrath of the Lich King. Regarding Nether Vortex, Primal Nether and Primal Might, then I'm a bit unsure about these materials as an investment for the pre-patch. The reason for this is because these materials will not be needed in Wrath of the Lich King, and therefore the price will also crash at some point. But another thing might also happen, and this is a price increase. The reason for this is because of the level 70 boost and proficiency. These materials are needed for some of the level 70 epic items you will be able to craft. So if a lot of people plan to craft these level 70 epic items, then we might also see a price increase for a short duration. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I'm still unsure about this investment, and therefore I've only invested around 4000 gold into these materials. Earlier in the video I showed you different investments regarding herbs, but I'm also investing into classic herbs because of the new profession inscription. I'm buying a lot of these herbs when they're cheap because I plan to resell these to the people that plan to level the new profession, simply because it's a new profession, but also because it's going to provide you with glyphs, and these glyphs will be mandatory for all classes. I've made a complete guide with all the different herbs I buy in order to speed level this profession, and you will be able to find this video in the description below this one. I'll also explain how many stacks I buy of each herb, but also what kind of stacks I prefer to buy in order to level this profession the cheapest way. At this point I also feel like I'm out of investments, or well, more knowledge to share with you right now. I'll definitely be looking for more investments, and when I find these, then I'll definitely share these with you in a new video. I'm also planning to release a new video regarding investments for Wrath of the Lich King, and this you will be able to see anytime soon. As always, thank you for watching and have an amazing day. Peace.